Whatever the occasion, effortless elegance is right this way. Because Hilton brings you new ways to stay courtesy of the Nomad London. And it doesn't stop at award-winning dining in a space draped in velvet and illuminated by vintage chandeliers. No, this day goes beyond with unparalleled personalized service and attentive hospitality. Oh, and did we mention the Nomad London can be booked using your Hilton Honors points at Hilton.com? Hilton, for the stay.
Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. My name is Henry Lawrence, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to align your life and create the most amazing experience with the most powerful tool we have, and make sure that you stay tuned to the very end because we're going to align on this message with a deep healing breath so that we can take it and move forward throughout the day. So what's the most powerful tool? When I say this, you're going to know what it is, but we're going to talk about how you can use it. How you can use it to expand exactly what you want. And that tool is gratitude. You see, gratitude is extremely powerful. But gratitude is something you do. It's an action. It's amplification and choosing something that's good. Choosing something that is powerful. Choosing something that is love. And it's taking it and making it real. So how do you use gratitude and how do you make it your life better? Well, gratitude is not just sitting at the table during Thanksgiving and saying what you're thankful for, saying I'm thankful for my friends, I'm thankful for my family, I'm thankful for my health. That is good, but that's not truly using gratitude. You see, gratitude, if you want to use it in expansion, if you want to use it in creation, is thinking about something extremely powerful. So you want that energy within you, want something that feel good. Think about doing something you don't want to do. Think about digging a ditch or doing the dishes. Or something hard. Maybe you're having surgery, something really difficult that you're going through. And then go to that one moment. Go to that moment when you won that award. Go to that moment where your parents were so proud of you. Go to that moment where you accomplished something, when you climbed that mountain, when you did that thing, and make it real in your mind. Think about receiving the reward. Think about reaching the top of that mountain, standing there, feeling the air on your skin, seeing everything, breathing in the freshest air. Truly connect to that energy. You see, this is all an experience, and we're experiencing frequencies and injuries that we say is a life. So when you're on top of that mountain, you're feeling that good. When you're receiving that award, when you're doing whatever it is and you're having gratitude for that moment, you're in a frequency. And so in your mind, when you go to that frequency, you start spending time in it, no matter what you're doing, you're going to shift into that frequency now. So whatever hard thing you're doing, you're going to pull that energy, and all of a sudden the thing you're doing starts to change itself. The action doesn't change. You're still doing the dishes. You're still having surgery. You're still having a tough conversation. You're still digging that ditch, whatever it is. But how you feel during that time, your actual experience of it, starts to change. So if you truly want to take control of your life, this is one of the most powerful things you do. You see, it's not what you do. So there's all these things in your life that you do that are good, and there's all these things that you do that do not align with where you want to go. I don't want to say good and bad. It's just alignment. You don't have to add more good. You see, you start removing things that don't serve you and start having gratitude for the things that do so that they expand. So if you think about what you do each day when you wake up, all the way to when you go to bed, you can write it down even. In fact, this would probably be the easiest way to do it, is think about where you want to go. There's an exercise I talk about called the perfect day, where you take a Tuesday, and this could be 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years in the future, but it's the perfect day. It's not the day you win the lottery. It's not the day you get married. It's not the day, a big life event. It's a regular day where you wake up. What do you want it to look like? What's the bed look like? What's the room look like? What's the house look like? What's the energies of the people there? How do you look? What time is it? Where do you got to go? How do you dress? How do you drive there? Who's around you? Like all of that in that perfect day. How much is in your bank account? What is your job? What is your experience? Like when you create all of that and you have a clear vision of what you want it to be, and then you go to today, your current state, and you think about from the moment that you wake up all the way to the moment you go to bed. What things do you do that are in alignment with that? And what things aren't in alignment with that? And so when you start going to that perfect day, you have gratitude for it. You think about going to lunch at this restaurant that is now a normal activity that you get to do. Maybe right now you couldn't afford it, but in this perfect day it is. Maybe it's spending time with your family. That's the perfect family to you. Maybe it's going for that bike ride. Whatever it is in that perfect day, you start connecting with that in the activities of your current day. And so when you start cutting out what isn't in alignment, so you're not even doing more things, you're just cutting out things that aren't in alignment. So maybe you see yourself in this type of physical shape. So during your day now, what foods or activities do you do that do not equal that? You cut those out. And then as you're doing the things that do equal that, that might be hard, like going to the gym consistently or eating the foods that aren't as tasty, are hard. When you go to that moment and practice gratitude for that experience, that frequency comes into this moment. And so you start eliminating the things that don't lead you there, and you start expanding the things that do. This is how powerful you are. You have this ability. And so when you have this perfect day, this perfect future, and I'm not saying it's perfect because things don't go wrong. You could even view a day where something goes wrong and the way you handle it is perfect in your mind. Because things happen. Life will never be this perfect thing where nothing bad happens to you. That's not the purpose of this experience. The perfect of this experience, like the reason we have it, is so that you can become something. You can't become something if you already are it. You have to become something because it's non-existent. So when there's pain and then you operate in love, then you become love. When there's hurt and you operate in healing, then you're healed. If there's loss but you operate with fulfillment or fullness, then that's what you have within you. So that's what this experience is like. That's why when you wonder, why did this bad thing happen? Why did this catastrophe happen? Why did these things happen? You're thinking about it all happening to you and you don't understand it's happening for you, for your greater being that goes beyond this experience. So if you want to make this shift, know that gratitude is the most powerful tool. And it's not just saying, I'm thankful, I'm thankful, I'm thankful. Yes, those are some of the words you use, and that might be how you initially explain it to it, but it's an actual act of focus. It's an act of meditation. It's an act of prayer into connecting something to where it feels so real. Your very cells are vibrating in alignment with the thing, and then you do the thing that is difficult, that equals the thing that you're trying to go to, and then that energy comes into it. It's love that's transferred into that because you love that experience in your mind. So you pull that love into your now, then that love feeds the current things. The current things grow. The law of attraction says like attracts like. So as those things grow in your life, you're going to attract more of that into it. And I really think that's the clearest way to explain it. You eliminate things that don't serve you, and you learn to love with gratitude the things that do serve you so that you can expand them. And then the things that help you grow, the things that help you elevate, the things that help you become what you want it to be are all you can see. Once that's all you can see, meaning that's all you can perceive, then that will be all you can receive. You see, if you operate in an abundance mindset, in a wealth mindset, an expansion mindset, it doesn't matter where you are, you will always find wealth. You will always find whatever it is. Meaning, if you are locked away in a cell, you will still find the most wealthiest experience in there. And that will be to you because that's all you see. The physical is a limiting experience. The actual energy within that you're having is the true experience. That's why there are people that technically have less physically but feel like they have more than somebody that has more physically but they feel like they have less because the energy is out of alignment. The energy that they want to be, they're not. They might be having the physical results of the thing, but they don't have the internal experience of the thing. So if you want wealth, then create that vision of wealth, and the things that you do for wealth now, you start bringing that love via gratitude into it. They expand. When you get great at that, it doesn't matter where you go, that will always be your experience. Meaning, if you know how to find love at every moment, it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to find love, even in the hardest scenarios. And if you look in religious studies and people that have achieved many things, prophets, whatever you want to call them, when you look at them, they were so powerful at these things that it didn't matter what they were going through, they always amplified the one thing that they stood for. And so for their experience, it was always true. And that's how it is for you. Whatever you truly stand for, meaning whatever energies or frequencies you serve each day, that will be your experience. That's what's so hard with mental health things. That's what's so hard with some of these things, because it skews our art of focus. If you see what everyone is doing to you, then that was what you'll constantly expand. Like, you have to understand that you're so powerful. You can see people do bad things to you and then attract more of it, even from good people, because it doesn't matter what they do. It will always have a negative effect on you, because you have the power to expand the negative, because everything exists all at once. Somebody can give you something and it can be perceived as good or bad based on your standing. Somebody can have an interaction with you and it can be perceived as uplifting or pulling down based on your standing. You see, if you haven't eaten in weeks and you're starving, and someone pulls out of their bag something like an old snack that's expired and they give it to you, you're going to be so thankful because you're so hungry. You're coming from a perspective of, I need something to eat. I don't care what it is. That is good. Thank you for that gift. But if it's a regular day, you've had all your regular meals and you see your friends there and you're like, hey, and they offer you that same expired snack. You're like, what are you giving me this for? I don't need this. This is old. Why would you give me something expired? Because your perspective of it based on you is different. Whatever their intention was doesn't matter. If you were starving and their intention was to make fun of you, but you gave the snack, you would still have gratitude for the snack. You see, it's always your setting. So use that to your advantage. We're going to take a deep breath and we're actually going to practice it. So go ahead and slow down for a moment. Let's just slow down. I got a little bit excited with that, so just slow down. When we take a deep breath in, really just connect yourself to a moment. It can be a real one or one that you believe, one that you see in your future. You could see yourself on a skyscraper that you built. You could see yourself owning a football team. You could see yourself just with a happy family. You could see yourself graduating for school. Like, it could be something in the future or that has already passed. And as you breathe in, zero in on that moment. As you hold your breath, imagine that moment connecting with you. Like, truly feel the frequency, the energy, like your cells are just on that same vibrational cadence. Like, truly lock into it. And then when you exhale, allow anything that doesn't serve you to leave you so that you can take that with you. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. You absolutely can use this. It's not something that is easy, but it's very simple. It's not easy because it takes consistent work that you have to do every single day. It's very easy to just exist. It's very easy to dream. It's very easy to want. It's very easy to desire. And you will always create regardless. You don't have to try to create. You are already creating. So set that discipline, create that standard of paying attention to what your experience is. Just write it down if you have to. When we do this, we can see our vision. We can vibrate with our vision and become the rising tide that lifts all ships.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you updated with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. And if you are someone that's listening to this and you want to make that shift, you want to grow, you want to expand, you want to really know how to use gratitude, you want to know how to create these future visions, you want to apply it to your business, to your career, to your personal life, I still have some coaching spots available. It is for the right person, meaning me believing that I'm the right person to help you. So there's a little bit of communication happens first. The easiest way is to email me at henry@vibe vibeabundant.com. That's Henry at vibeabundant.com. There's a link to that down below. You can also just message me on Instagram. That is simple as well. But when you reach out to me, share as much as you'd like. We'll have a quick conversation there. And if it makes sense, we'll move forward to a quick Zoom call so we can talk a little bit more. And my goal is to either just offer you positive perspective that you can take with you. And then if it does make sense, we can talk about working together on my 12-week program. But if not, the goal is still to give as much as I can. And I get a little bit too. Like, connecting with you all is always the most amazing experience. And it helps me grow and learn who's listening and what it is that we get to do together. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. And I can't wait to talk to you next time.